My name is John Czereszko, and this is my resurrection story. I was raised with two parents who were both alcoholics. I remember all of the physical abuse that I went through and the mental abuse. My whole childhood was just fearful. I found myself running away from home. My parents had me in foster care. I was emancipated at 13. I abused the freedom I had because I was able to drink. I started doing drugs. Years went past. I met a girl in Florida that I ended up following her back here to Indiana, and we were together for really about 8 years. We had a little girl together, and I thought we were going to get married, and eventually she decided she didn't want to get married, and I was devastated because I had moved here. I'd come to know her family. When she left me, I was probably at the lowest point in my life because I didn't have any family here. I met this guy at a place that I worked at, and he had told me before I'd went through this separation with this girl that if I ever needed anything, just let him know. And I think maybe he saw in some ways that I was hurting, and he invited me over to his house. I met his mom, who was very wise, and they shared their faith with me and shared about having hope and that God loved me, that he gave his life for me. Fortunately, this guy worked with me, so he was talking to me every day, and eventually I was baptized. And I remember standing up in front of the congregation with him, and he said that this is just a first step on a lifelong journey. I felt good that I was there for my daughter, and I knew that she was watching me. I knew that I had to be there for her. Eventually, I found Community Church of Columbus. I met my wife, Robin, and now we have two awesome kids together because I adopted her son, Noah. There were so many things that I brought to the marriage from my past, the things that I was lacking that I didn't gain from my parents growing up as a kid. It took me a long time to come to the point that I really needed to address these issues, that there was some deep-seated anger and bitterness towards my family. I started getting involved in small group and Bible studies. I started reading the Bible on my own, and I took it seriously that I thought, I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to read the Bible through in a year. So I feel like it wasn't an instant change. I can't really think of a definitive time where things have just completely amended themselves. I feel like it's an ongoing process. I still try to remember in the morning to think about the Lord first, to be in the Word first, to pray, and to start my day off with Him and set aside all the distractions. And that's my resurrection story.